Underwriting services for this program were provided by Papa John's at 4803 Montgomery Road. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza.
Free throw is good by Wellington. Ball's out of bounds and last touch by Norwood. It's going to be Williamsburg basketball. That ball's out of bounds. Off of Williamsburg, it's going to be Norwood basketball. Three by Brett Butchelder. Ball's out of bounds off of Williamsburg. It's going to be Norwood basketball. Travel violation against Norwood. It's going to be Williamsburg basketball.
Good. It's better. Huh? Okay. We're here.
Basket's good by number 44.
We're here at Norwood High School, where Norwood Indians are taking on the Williamsburg Wildcats. The score is Norwood 4, Williamsburg 2. I am Ronald Sansoni. Overall, each team is getting out and playing their usual basketball. And a little slow start, not high scoring, but definitely good defense been playing. Harkins to Burling. Burling rims out. Number 23, Wellington gets the rebound, put back up. It's not rebounded by anyone.
Last touch by
goes
Norwood.
off Norwood out of bounds.
Basketball.
It appears number 23? Yep, 23 is going to be inbounding it for Williamsburg. Alex Hatter. Ball's taken up by number 10, Dylan Wisman. Wisman is going to be fouled by number 10, Brett Bouchshelter. Oh, excuse me, number 25, Andy Harkins.
Norwood's number 25, Andy Harkins. That's his first personal.
That's going to be Andy Harkins' first personal. Norwood's first personal. Shooting free throws for Williamsburg, number 10, Dylan Wisman. Couldn't get the first one to go. Those are valuable points when it comes down to the end of the game, and It's a close game. As he gets his second free throw to go, it's important to get the free throws in the beginning to get yourself up and an advantage for yourself and your team. And it gives yourself and your team more confidence as Brett Bouchudder just knocks down a 3. And it's 7-3 Norwood. Back to the free throws. You hit your free throws in the beginning of the game, put yourself up, get yourself confidence and momentum that leads deeper into the game. And jump ball right there on the call. And it's going to be Williamsburg basketball. Number 23 is going to be inbounding it for Williamsburg, Alex Hatter. He's probably going to look for number 10, Dylan Wisman. Wisman with the ball. Fakes, gets it to number 20, Cameron Hart, back to Wisman. Wisman with the jump shot, and he gets it off the backboard. Dylan Wisman gets the jump shot. Brett Bouchudder misses for 3. Elijah Juan Wellington gets the rebound to Lonzo Clark. Looking to set up the offense for Norwood. Burling to Lonzo Clark. Clark to Burling. Burling to Andy Harkins. Harkins up for the layup, and the basket is good. It's a nice, good little rotation there for Norwood. Get an easy bucket down low with a offensive post player who can score basically at ease down there. Look for Norwood to go back to Andy Harkins later in the game. Number 30 for Williamsburg takes the shot. Austin Wisman. Rebounded by Norwood. Brett Bouchudder has the ball, gets it to Lonzo Clark. Lonzo Clark with the floater. No good. Rebounded by number 44, Justin Clark. Lonzo Clark with the steal. Drives up the court. Drives inside. Looked like he traveled first. Yep, that's the call is going to be. Substitution for Williamsburg, number 24, Nick Shoemake. And substitution for Norwood, number 4, Michael George, and number 5, Paul Warren. So JV all year has looked pretty good on the defensive end, and has shown signs of offensive, I wouldn't say greatness, but great offense. And Hatter inbounds it to number 10, Wisman. Wisman taking it up the court. Wisman over onto the corner to number 30, Wisman. Oh, looked like he traveled. Number 23, Alex Hatter, gets it to number 30, Austin Wisman for 3.
Austin Wisman.
That's got to give Williamsburg some momentum, at least here for the next 30 seconds to a minute. If they can be productive with that momentum. Usually momentum doesn't last that long, but if you can chain together some offensive rotations and get some easy buckets, I mean, your momentum can last longer. But here in the beginning of the game, not really playing with that momentum. That 3 ball right there by Andy Harkins going to get Norwood going on offense. Williamsburg inbounds it to Nick Shoemake, number 24. And he's going to try to drive in, and eventually he's going to lose the ball handling and takes it out of the bounds. That could be crucial right there, as they hit a 3 down here, but they gave up a 3 on defense, so it really cancels itself out. Norwood gets it to Andy Harkins, to Brett Bouchudder. Bouchudder to Harkins for 3. Harkins is feeling it tonight. That's his second 3 in a row. And Norwood's up 15-8. I look to see this momentum on offense swing to defense right here and get some steals. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Norwood. It's going to be Williamsburg's basketball. Number 12 is going to inbound it for Williamsburg, Bailey Batch. Batch gets it in, tries to get it into number 44, Justin Clark, but it goes out of bounds.
It's going to remain Williamsburg basketball.
I thought it was going to be off of Williamsburg's number 44, Justin Clark, but it's not. Number 30, Austin Wisman, checks in for Williamsburg. Also comes in for Williamsburg, number 3, Caleb Nipper. If you're just now joining us, Norwood Indians are up 15-8 against Williamsburg Wildcats. Number 12, Bailey Batch gets it into number 10, Dylan Wisman. Wisman gets it out to number 3, Caleb Nipper. Back to Wisman. Wisman drives, gets it to number 44, Justin Clark, takes the jump shot. Kind of like an in and out there. Brett Bouchouter. Basket layup is good. Assist is going to come from Andy Harkins. He's doing it all tonight. He's got eight points, and he's got 2 assists. Brett Bouchouter, that's his 8th point. Ties with the team high with Andy Harkins. Number 10, Dylan Wisman drives it in. Basket is going to count. The foul's going to be on Norwood's number 4, Michael George. That's his first, team's 3rd.
Number 10, Dylan Wisman. Checking in for Williamsburg, number 24, Nick Schmidt.
Free throw is good by Wisman.
It's good by Wisman.
Taking up the court is Michael George. Michael George tries to throw it up. Doesn't really get it off. A good clean shot. But after 1 quarter of play, Norwood 17 and Williamsburg Wildcats 11. Going into this timeout in between the quarters, Williamsburg Wildcats is going to look to be playing more perimeter defense, as looks like Norwood's heating up from outside. They've hit 3 of the first 6 shots, which is pretty good for a JV team, 50%. That's where you want. Last game, JV team only hit 1 for 15, or excuse me, 3 for 15, which is 20%. So it's an improvement from last game, as I think they got a 3 in each of the quarters except for the final quarter, which could have really helped them. 3s usually energize the team and get them momentum, but Williamsburg definitely going to look to play some perimeter defense. Norwood coming out of this is going to look to continue what they're doing. I mean, 11 points isn't necessarily a lot given up in a quarter, especially in a high school game. I mean, Norwood averages about 55 points a game, so I mean, they're on pace right now to only hold Williamsburg to about 44 points, maybe 48, depending on if they have a breakout quarter. But number 3, Hank Burling, is going to inbounds it to Alonzo Clark. Alonzo Clark's going to look to set up his offense. Almost looked like he traveled there, but gets it to the corner and Paul Warren. Paul Warren back to Alonzo Clark, swing it around to Hank Burling. Paul Warren back in the corner, gets it to Hank Burling. Hank Burling gets the jump shot. So coming out at the end of the first quarter, Norwood gets their first shot to go. You definitely got to look at that as a momentum for them. So Norwood's generally pretty good on defense. Most of their JV, freshman, varsity, that's what they teach in practice. Defense is definitely going to lead to offense, and that's the way they play. They go out, they try to create turnovers and get points off fast breaks. Alonzo Clark with the ball. Every time he tries that stutter step, it looks like he travels, but Norwood gets their fourth 3 right there, and that's going to be 4 out of first 7, which is pretty darn good. Jihad Key creates a turnover down there on the baseline when they inbound it, and he just took it in for the basket after he created the turnover. Dylan Wisman tries to go up for a jump shot. It's going to in and out. It's probably number 12, Jihad Key, is going to pick up, number 3, Hank Burling. That's his first, team's 4th. At the line, shooting 2 for Williamsburg. Number 20, Cameron Hart.
Number 20, Cameron Hart.
Definitely got to knock down some free throws here at the beginning of the game. Get some energy back into your team. Create some points. Cameron Hart's definitely going to have to hit this next one. Down 13. Can't go down even farther than this. little too strong there for Cameron Hart. Norwood gets it into Alonzo Clark. Takes it up, looking to set up the play. Gets it to Hank Burling in the corner. Gets it to Michael George. Michael George gets it to Paul Warren. Warren to Hank Burling to Key to Alonzo Clark. They're really sharing the ball right now. It's looking pretty good other than that turnover right there, but a lot of passes usually look like they're playing a zone there. Usually a lot of passes, you know, try to free up someone. Number 23, Alex Hatter gets it in. Hatter's going to drive to the basket, dumps it off to number 30. Well, tries to jump it off to number 30, Austin Wisman. Number 5, Paul Warren picks up the foul. That's just going to be his first, team's 5th. Down the road or down the line in this second quarter, and going to be looking at those 5 fouls as a crucial point as number 30, Austin Wisman. Oh, excuse me, 23, Alex Hatter. Those 5 fouls right now are going to later. You know, we have 5 minutes left. You know, if they foul one more, then one after that, it's going to be 1 and 1. Which can be easy baskets for Williamsburg if they can hit the free throw. Michael George is off from 3, and Hank Burling tries to save it, but it goes off of him. Substitution for Williamsburg, number 24, Nick Shoemake. And I think number 3, Kayla Nipper. Hatter gets it into number 10, Wisman. Wisman gets it up, tries to get it up to number 24, Nick Shoemake, who just came in, but Hank Burling wasn't having any of that and slaps it out of bounds. Looks like Alex Hatter is going to come in and normally just throw it in for him. Hatter's probably going to get it in number 10, Wisman. Wisman for 3, off from 3-point land, rebounded by Hank Burling. Hank Burling is going to try to get it to Alonzo Clark. Alonzo Clark tries to save it to Michael George. George to Burling. Burling to Key. Back to George. Michael George gets the basket there. That's a really good basket right there. The ball went almost out of bounds. Alonzo Clark saved it into Jihad Key, and Jihad Key get it to, I believe it was Hank Burling who gets it to McGeorge. That's really good, or excuse me, Michael George. This is really good offense right there, swinging it around. Norwood's going to inbound it to George. He gets it to Warren. Warren back to George, to Alonzo Clark. George to Warren. George probably back up to the middle to Jihad Key. To Alonzo Clark for 3. 3 ball is no good, rebounded by Michael George. Michael George gets it inside to Hank Burling, who gets the easy basket. Norwood is going up 15. Score is 28 for Norwood and 13 for Williamsburg. Norwood scored 11 points so far in 4 minutes. Alonzo Clark drives it inside, gets the easy layup. And like I was saying before, right now they're up. They're on a 13-2 run for Norwood. This is the momentum I was talking about. That first basket by I think it was Andy Harkins. As Norwood gets it inside to Jihad Key. Back to that momentum. Momentum is a key part of any game. Anytime you have the chance of getting momentum, it's really powerful. Michael George tries to get it inside to Paul Warren, or excuse me, Jihad Key, and the ball goes out of bounds. Number 14, Logan Zimmerman comes in for Norwood, and also number 10, Brett Bouchouter. Number 23, Alex Hatter is going to inbound it for Williamsburg. Gets it to number 20, Cameron Hart. Cameron Hart drives it up, gets to number 4 for the jump shot. Jump shot is no good by number 4, Blake Carter, rebounded by number 10, Brett Bouchouter. Brett Bouchouter passes back out to Alonzo Clark. Tries to set up the offense, takes the 3. 3 is no good, rebounded by number 44, Justin Clark. Clark to number 24, Nick Shoemake. Basket is good by Nick Shoemake. That was good full court offense right there as the long pass from Clark. Pretty good. Logan Zimmerman continues his dry spell from last game. He was, I think I counted, he was 0 for 8. So, I mean, everyone has a bad game. You want to come out this game and definitely get out of that dry spell. Maybe he goes inside and gets an easy layup or something, get his confidence up. Clark to Key. Basket is good. That's a nice drive right there by Key. Nice, like I don't know the correct term, but the like dribble stop for Jod Key.
Timeout, Norwood.
Noah's going to take a timeout.
This is going to be a 30-second
30-second timeout. I'm sure he's just going to regroup his team, as it looked like they were a little hesitant and confused on that possession. Maybe he's going to draw a play or maybe tell them what they were supposed to be doing on that play. And Williamsburg is just going to be coming in. Definitely a key focal point for them is come in and play better defense. They haven't really played that great of a defense, but I mean, they've gotten, you know, when they've played defense, they've gotten out and played good fast break offense. So maybe that would be a key point for him. Maybe coach him up on defense and definitely try to get out on the run and play some full court offense. Norwood's number 1, Lonzo Clark's going to inbound it. There's 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Logan Zimmerman for 3. He's off just tad to the right. Number 10, Wisman gets the rebound. Tries to get it up to number 24, Nick Shoemake. Stolen by Norwood. Number 24, Nick Shoemake gets a hand on the ball and it goes out of bounds. Number 14, Logan Zimmerman's going to throw it in for Norwood. Zimmerman throws it into Clark. Clark to Zimmerman. Back to Clark. Clark's driving to his right, gets it to Zimmerman from the corner. Gets a 3. That's definitely going to be a big momentum boost. I know it's his only first one in a while, but still, that's definitely going to get out of the hole. And Brett Boutshutter provides tough defense, gets a steal, takes it in, gets blocked by number 20, Cameron Hart.
That's going to be on Norwood's number 23,
Number 23, Elijah Juan Wellington picks up the foul. It's his second personal and team 6th. Substitution for Norwood, number 3, Hank Burling, and number 4, Michael George.
Also checking in for Norwood, number 4, Michael George.
I know I said earlier in the game that the fouls are going to come down to a big part in the last part of this second half, but they really haven't. I guess I was wrong earlier, and Norwood's definitely come out and not gotten fouls, but they pick up their 7th right there. I think number 4, Michael George, is going to get the foul. Oh, they're going to call it on number 10, Brett Boutshutter. That's his second, or excuse me, his first, team 7th. Cameron Hart's going to be shooting free throws. Definitely going to try to get some points, easy points going into halftime. He picks up his first free throw. Substitution for Williamsburg, number 23, Alex Hatter, and number 30, Austin Wisman. Hart's shooting his second free throw. Definitely going to try to get the 17th point and go in halftime down by 20. Gets his second free throw to go. Norwood's up 37-17. There's a minute left. I think Norwood's going to try to burn some time, maybe only give Williamsburg one more possession in this first half. They're definitely going to try to go maybe 2 for 1. I know there's no shot clock, but still. Michael George misses it. Number 30, Austin Wisman, grabs the rebound. I think number 14, Logan Zimmerman's going to pick up his first personal. Excuse me, number 3, Hank Burling. Going to the line, I think number 20, Cameron Hart. Nope. Number 30, Austin Wisman.
1-1 for Williamsburg. Number 30, Austin Wisman.
Excuse me, 30, Austin Wisman.
Number 5, Paul Warren.
Checking in for Norwood, number 5, Paul Warren. Scoring updates. Number 4, Michael George has 5 points. Number 5, Paul Warren has yet to get a point. Number 10, Brett Bouchshutter, has 8. Number 12, Jihad Key, has 6. Number 14, Logan Zimmerman, has 3. Logan Zimmerman cannot hit from three-point land. It's going to be rebounded by number 12, Bailey Batch. They're going to call
Norwood's number
4, Michael George, is going to pick up the foul. That's his second, team's 9th. Number 12, Bailey Batch, is going to shoot free throws for Williamsburg.
We hope you're enjoying Norwood Community Television's coverage of this community event. We'd like to thank Papa John's at 4803 Montgomery Road for supplying pizzas for our all-volunteer production crew. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza.
It's going to go to Jihad Key. Jihad Key is going to get it to Alonzo Clark. He's going to try to set up the offense. The corner to Brett Bouchshutter. Bouchshutter for 3. Comes up empty. Rebounded by Bailey Batch. Austin Wisman has the ball, gets it to number 10, Dylan Wisman. Austin Wisman comes up for a screen for Dylan Wisman. Wisman gets it to number 23, Hatter. Hatter's no good with the jump shot. Batch is going to get the rebound. Can't put it up before time ends, and we're going to go to halftime. Norwood 37, Williamsburg 17. Going to halftime, Williamsburg's going to have to really work on the defense. And definitely.
Foul's going to be on Norwood's number 5, Paul Warren. That's his second personal foul. Team's first. At the line, shooting for Williamsburg, number 44, Justin Clark.
Williamsburg is playing home Norwood High School. Rebound, gets it to Jihad Key, gets it out to Antonio Garnett, to George, Michael George for 3, or excuse me, a basket, a 2-pointer. It looked like his foot was maybe have been on the line there, which is crucial because a point is a point down to the end, and really crucial. But I mean, you're up 22 points, so it really doesn't matter. All right, Dylan Wisman with the ball for Williamsburg. He's looking to drive potentially, or set up, wait for a play to set up. Oh, he's just going to take it himself to the basket. Basket is no good. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Hank Burling. They get it to Jihad Key, gets it back to Antonio Garnett. Nice pass. That was a really nice pass. It all comes down to the fundamentals, and can you play within the fundamentals and progress as a player? As you know, Antonio Garnett right there just showed that he can make the no-look pass and make the defense look foolish, getting it into Jihad Key. Dylan Wisman with the ball. He's poked away by Hank Burling. Williamsburg's number 23, Alex Hatter, is going to inbound it. He's probably going to look for number 20, I think. Yep, number 20. Cameron Hart gets the basketball. Gets it to Dylan Wisman. He drives. No good. Rebounded by Paul Warren. Paul Warren gets it up to the up court to Antonio Garnett, which gets it to Jihad Keed. Back to Paul Warren for the jump shot is no good. Rebound Under the scrum, I think probably number 12, Jihad Keed.
Norwood's number 12, Jihad Keed.
That's going to be his first, team second. And earlier in the quarter, Paul Warren picked up a foul. That's the other foul in this quarter. They try to get it into number 21, Cameron Hart. He fumbles the ball. Norwood's getting it inside. Michael George gets it inside to Jihad Keed. Jihad Keed's going to be blocked by number 44, Justin Clark. Antonio Garnett is going to inbound it for Norwood, gets it to number 5, Paul Warren. Paul Warren airballs it, rebounded by number 11, Antonio Garnett, gets it to Michael George. George back to Garnett, 3 by Garnett. And Norwood is just on fire tonight from three-point land. That is 5 of 8 in this game, or excuse me, 5 of 9 in this game for Norwood. That's like 55% shooting right there. That's really good. A nice steal right there by Paul Warren. Gets it to Michael George, inside to Hank Burling, gets blocked by number 23, Alex Hatter, gets blocked again, inside by number 20, Cameron Hart.
Last touch by Williamsburg, it's going to be
Norwood's number 11, Norwood's going to, or excuse me, Williamsburg, excuse me, I fumbled the words around. Williamsburg is going to call a timeout. Williamsburg hasn't scored a point in this quarter. Norwood scored 7. It's on a 7-0 run. And Williamsburg in this timeout, I think, is just going to, hey, get your head in the game after, you know, and let's get into this. You know, I mean, you're down 27, and, you know, the coach is just pumping up. Hey, you know, all their turnovers came on inbound passes. So, you know, look for the open man, run the play that, you know, we set up, and, you know, you can get the ball in. Norwood's number 11, Antonio Garnett, is going to be inbounding the basketball. Okay, number 11, Antonio Garnett's going to inbound it to number 4, Michael George. In the corner for 3, no good. Rebounded by number 24, Nick Shoemake. Nick Shoemake tries to get up to floor to number 10, Dylan Wisman. Could not control it and goes out of bounds. Lower number 3, Hank Burling, is going to inbound it to number 11, Antonio Garnett. Garnett gets it to number 4, Michael George. There's going to be a travel there on Michael George.
Travel violation against Norwood. It's going to be Williamsburg basketball.
Williamsburg, number 24. Nick Shoemake's going to inbound it. Now right here's going to be a crucial moment. Can you get it into the open man? Norwood's applying the full court pressure. They get it into number 20, Cameron Hart. Cameron Hart's going to drive it up court. Norwood's number 4 and number 11, Antonio Garnett, are applying pressure. Dylan Wisman gets it across half court, which is crucial. Number 20 gets it to number 44, Justin Clark. Justin Clark finishes at the basket, and he's going to get one.
Basket's good by number 44.
The foul is going to be on Norwood's number 3, Hank Burling.
Number 3, Hank Burling.
That's his team's third. Substitution for Norwood, number 14, Logan Zimmerman.
At the line, shooting the bonus for Williamsburg.
Shooting the bonus, number 44, Justin Clark. That's where the comeback's going to start, is definitely from the free throw line, as he couldn't get it. Rebounded to Warren. Warren gets it number 12, Jihad Key. Key to George, Michael George, to Zimmerman, to Garnett. Garnett back to Zimmerman, back to Warren. I think they're just swinging around trying to find an open man or find an open shot. And Garnett with the ball. Going to get inside to Jihad Keed, who finds Michael George. Can't control it up for the layup, but I believe he gets fouled. Foul's going to go to Williamsburg, number 20, Cameron Hart. That's his first, team's first. Norwood's already have 3 fouls. I mean, 4 more, and they're putting Williamsburg in the bonus. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Norwood gets it into Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Garnett, to Warren. Back to Garnett. Garnett drives, finds Zimmerman for 3. Zimmerman's off from three-point land. Paul Warren tries to get the steal, but could not handle the ball, and it goes out of bounds. If you're just now joining us, Norwood's up 44-19 against Williamsburg Wildcats. Williamsburg gets it in number 30, Austin Wisman gets it to number 3. Number 3 gets to number 20, Cameron Hart. Cameron Hart gets it to Dylan Wisman. Dylan Wisman tries to drive. He's been doing it all day. Gets it to number 24, Nick Shoemake, who airballs it, and it's rebounded by number 5, Paul Warren. Warren gets it to George. George gets it inside the key. Jihad Key couldn't finish. Rebounded by himself. Puts it back up. The ball is just getting moved. Ball's fumbling around. No one really gets the rebound. George gets the rebound, but it goes out of bounds. So Williamsburg, number 23, Alex Hatter, is going to inbound it. Norwood's 5 is going to be number 10, Brett Bouchouter. Number 4, Michael George. Number 24, number 24, have no name on the roster sheet. Number 14, Logan Zimmerman. Number 23, Elijah Juan Wellington. Brett Bouchouter gets the steal, goes up for the layup. Basket is good. And it's going to put Norwood up 27 points again. If you're just now joining us, it's been pretty much ever since the first quarter has been about the most competitive in 17-11, but pretty much after that, Williamsburg hasn't really got anything to go on offense and defense. They've just been weak on the defensive end. Number 3 goes up for a layup. Number 3 is Caleb Nipper. Couldn't get the get the layup to go. Brett Bouchouter with the ball, gets it to Michael George, swings it around to Logan Zimmerman. Zimmerman back to Bouchouter. Bouchouter inside to number 24. Number 24 with the layup. Matt Goodman, the announcer called him. Number 23, Alex Hatter, gets to number 10, Dylan Wisman. Dylan Wisman gets into 4. Number 44, Justin Clark, who finishes.
Justin Clark.
I think they should look to him more often as he's
finished. Number 23,
definitely the contact inside. He definitely finishes down low. So why not get the ball into him and get him some more shots down low. Picking up the foul for Norwood, number 24, Elijah Juan Wellington. That's his 3rd, team's 4th. Shooting the and 1, number 44, Justin Clark. Justin Clark is a little too hard, gets the rebound. Zimmerman gets the rebound. Zimmerman gets to number 1, Lonzo Clark. Clark's going to get it back to Zimmerman. They're going to swing it around. Gets it to Batchelder. Gets it to number 1, Lonzo Clark. Clark gets it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Batchelder. Batchelder to Elijah Juan Wellington.
We hope you're enjoying Norwood Community Television's coverage of this community event. We'd like to thank Papa John's at 4803 Montgomery Road for supplying pizzas for our all-volunteer production crew. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. If you're interested in joining our crew, call Norwood Community Television at 513-924-2951.
Defense, I mean, it's just not been there for them. Elijah Juan Wellington going up for the and 1. Free throw is good by Wellington. Alex Hatter is going to take the ball up the court for Williamsburg. Hatter's going to drive. Oh, he's going to give it to number 3, Caleb Nipper. Nipper to number 24, Cameron Hart. He's going to be fouled probably by number 10. Batchelder, that's his 2nd, team's 5th. So Nora's definitely going to go into the 4th quarter and probably foul bonus. I mean, you know, given the first couple minutes, they'll probably foul once, and you know, you're going to give the Williamsburg into free throws. But this lead right now is 29 right now, and I think it's not overcomable. Or yeah, you're just going to come back from a 29-point lead in 1 quarter. There's 30 seconds left in this third quarter, and number 24 is at the line. Nick Shoemake. Nick Shoemake makes his first one. Misses his second one, rebounded by Elijah Wellington. Elijah Wellington gets it to Lonzo Clark. Norwood here is probably just going to take the last shot. They're going to pass it around, burn out the clock, just because they're up, 20. Oh, I was wrong. Number 23, Elijah Wellington takes a shot. Lonzo Clark, second thought about taking a shot. So did Logan Zimmerman. Zimmerman to Wellington, back to Bouchouter. Bouchouter gets the floater to go. And I was kind of right. They took one more shot, but they got their own rebound. But they waited for that shot. But anyway, Norwood's up 53-22 versus Williamsburg. And like I said at the beginning of the game, Norwood this whole season has played really well on the defense and offensive end, as they've showed that they've only held the team in 3 quarters 22 points. And Norwood has scored 53 points in 3 quarters. That's pretty much 15 points a quarter for Norwood and allowing 6 points a quarter on offense, maybe 7 points. Yeah, 7 points a quarter. So that's a big differential right there. Definitely going to look for Norwood to put in some bench players, get them some minutes. Norwood's only 11 deep, which are actually 10 deep, or excuse me, 11 deep. They're 11 deep, and you're definitely going to see maybe the second team come in and play, because you don't want to beat a team, by 30. It's just unsportsmanlike, but you can't just pass up your shots. You got to take them when you're given the opportunity. And even for this team that's going to come in for Norwood, number 14, Logan Zimmerman, number 24, Matt Goodman, number 25, Andy Harkins, number 1, Lonzo Clark, and number 5, Paul Warren. They're going to look to just pass the ball around, run some plays. No quick shots for them. But Williamsburg definitely going to need to defend the ball more. Clark in the corner. He's going to drive, gets it to Paul Warren. Paul Warren to Logan Zimmerman for 3. Logan Zimmerman hits his second three-pointer of the game. And that could be crucial going into the next game. He's coming out of this cold spell. He's 2 for 4 today from three-point land. That's 50%. It's pretty good, so they're going to look to him next game. Number 44, Justin Clark, misses the jump shot from the free throw line. It's going to be rebounded by Andy Harkins. Harkins gets it to Lonzo Clark. Lonzo Clark with a great move to shed his defender. They're passing the ball around. Lonzo Clark with the ball right now. Gets it to Logan Zimmerman. Logan Zimmerman to Matt Goodman. Goodman to Paul Warren for the easy layup. So that possession took off a minute. That's what you're going to be seeing here in the, hopefully from Norwood here in the moments to come. It's taking a lot of time off the clock. Number 10, Dylan Wisman has the ball, takes a three-pointer. No good, rebounded by Logan Zimmerman. Zimmerman's going to be fouled by number 20, Cameron Hart.
That's going to be Williamsburg's number 20, Cameron Hart.
That's going to be Hart's number 2nd, team's third.
Norwood, number 4, Michael George.
Full timeout taken by Williamsburg.
Timeout, Williamsburg.
Going into this timeout, Norwood's just going to be, laid back in this huddle. Just keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing a lot right if you're up by 36. Williamsburg, I think right now their mindset is into the next game, but at the same time the mindset's going to be in this game. I say they're going to be in the next game is they're going to be getting themselves ready with this basically live practice against a team that doesn't know what's coming, and a defense that's going to be playing their defense, and run your plays, see what it looks like. That's what Williamsburg's going to be doing. And also his coach is probably going to be saying, play some defense. You've given up 58 points right now. Play some better defense. Play the low post. That's where Noah's going. As Paul Warren, after the minute of possession, which was kind of crazy, gets an easy layup. Play the interior defense. I think he's probably going to be going to man, which Norwood's really easy Norwood has an easier time with that because they like to run motion plays, you know, pass it around a lot and get the open shot. Norwood's number 14, Logan Zimmerman's going to be throwing it in for Norwood. Logan Zimmerman inbounds it to number 4, Michael George, who takes up the court. George is going to get it to Paul Warren, back to George for 3. Michael George hits his second, no, I think it was his third 3. I don't have the for sure stats on that one, but third 3, we'll call it 3. Williamsburg, number 30, Austin Wisman takes a 3. No good. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be last touch by Norwood. Norwood's going to has to be happy with themselves right now. They've only given up 22 points. That's really how their seasons went. They haven't given up a lot of points. I mean, right now they're 10-2. Looking at the last game, 23, Cameron Hart gets the 3-pointer to go, or 20, Cameron Hart gets the 3-pointer to go. But the last game where they played CCD played the good defense, which got Norwood off to a bad start. No momentum for Norwood. Michael George hits the jump shot. But back to that game at CCD. CCD definitely played the really tight defense, which got Norwood off to a bad start, and you know that's how they beat them. So Williamsburg, you can definitely see that they haven't been playing defense tonight, which led to this 28-point lead. 3-pointer by Dylan Wisman is off. Rebound number 44, Justin Clark. Justin Clark tries to save it as he's going out of bounds. It's going to be Norwood basketball. Norwood's number 32 is going to sub in.
Number 32, Teron Brown.
Trevon Brown's going to substitute in for Norwood. Michael George is going to take it up the court for Norwood. Paul Warren's got the ball, gets it to Michael George for 3. 3-pointer is off, rebounded by number 44, Justin Clark. Clark gets it to Austin Wisman, who gets it to Dylan Wisman. Dylan Wisman gets it to Alex Hatter. Number 14, or excuse me,
number 14.
14, I thought it was right. I thought he called number 4, but number 14, Logan Zimmerman picks up his first personal, team 6.
Checking in for Williamsburg, number 3, Caleb Nipper, number 24.
Number 3, Caleb Nipper checks into the game for Williamsburg. Williamsburg inbounds it to Dylan Wisman, who misses the 3-pointer. He's tried to be round-bounded by Teron Brown, but ultimately gets back in the hands of Williamsburg. Williamsburg takes a 3-point shot. Alex Hatter is no good, rebounded by Matt Goodman. Goodman gets it to George. George tried to get it to Teron Brown there, but could not get the pass. I think it was just, you know, Teron Brown is a freshman player, and the team chemistry just wasn't there. You know, maybe he thought he was going to run a little faster, which I think he was, you know, threw it behind him, so maybe he thought he was going to run a little, or wasn't running as fast. But still, that's the problems you run in with bringing the players from the freshman team to the JV team. You just know chemistry there. Number 10, Dylan Wisman gets a traveling violation called on him, and it's going to give the ball to Norwood. There's 3 minutes and 21 seconds left to go in the game. Number 32, Teron Brown, drives it up the court, gets it to Jihad Key. Jihad Key drives in, gets it to Matt Goodman, passing it around. Teron Brown for 3. Teron Brown, rebounded by Paul Warren after the Teron Brown 3 miss. Paul Warren's going to drive it in, take a layup. And that's a really good. That's his second layup. Excuse me. Second layup. Left-handed, so and he's right-handed dominant, so he's not afraid to go to his least dominant hand to get the finish. Paul Warren's got 4 points now. Free throw is no good by Paul Warren, just a tad too hard. Paul Warren gets it to number 32 to Ron Brown. Rebounded by Logan Zimmerman. Paul Warren, the ball. 2-4. 24, Williamsburg's number 24. Nick Shoemake, that's his first, team's fifth.
Checking in for Williamsburg, number 12, Bailey Bach.
Number 5, Paul Warren gets it into Matt Goodman. Goodman gets it to Zimmerman for 3. That's a good three-point shot right there. I mean, you're up by a lot, but you got to take your shots when given opportunity. That's his third. He's shooting 3 for 5 now, 60%. Number 3, Caleb Nipper is going to be fouled, going to the free throw line. The foul's going to be on number 12, Jihad Key. That's his second, team 7.
Shooting for Williamsburg, number 3, Caleb Nipper.
Nipper at the line. He's going to shoot 2 free throws for Williamsburg. He makes his first.
Free throw is good by Nipper. Checking in for Williamsburg, number 44, Justin Clark.
Number 24, Matt Goodman gets it into number 5, Paul Warren. Warren gets it to number 14, Zimmerman. There's 2 minutes left to go. Norwood's up 68-26 against Williamsburg. Basket is good to Ron Brown after an assist by Matt Goodman. Wisman tries to get it to number 12. Bailey Batch stole it or mishandled, and Norwood gets the fast break bucket by Jihad Key.
Foul's going to be on Williamsburg's number 23, Alex Hatter. That's his first personal, team 6th. Checking in for Williamsburg, number 30, Austin Wisman, and number 20, Cameron Hart.
Norwood's number 14, Logan Zimmerman's going to inbound it to number 32, Teron Brown. Teron Brown's going to get it to number 5, Paul Warren, back to Brown. Teron Brown gets it to number 24, Matt Goodman. Matt Goodman gets it to number 12, Jihad Key.
Foul's going to be on Williamsburg's number 30, Austin Wisman. That's his second personal, team 7.
Foul's going to be on Williamsburg's number 30, Austin Wisman. That's his second, team 7. Shooting free throws for Norwood, number 12, Jihad Key. Jihad Key has 10 points in the game. Misses his free throw, rebounded by Matt Goodman, but he stepped out of bounds.
Last touch by Norwood, it's going to be Williamsburg.
So Williamsburg's going to get the basketball, inbounded to Dylan Wisman. Wisman takes it up the court. Gets it to number 3, Caleb Nipper, rebounded by Matt Goodman. This time he doesn't step out of bounds. To Ron Brown. Tried to get it to number 12, Jihad Key. Jihad Key gets it to Teron, number 32, Teron Brown. Matt Goodman with the ball gets it to number 5, Paul Warren. 45 seconds left. I think they might just keep it for the game. I think they're just going to pass it around. Zimmerman to Warren. Warren to Key. Key to Goodman. So as this game concludes, Norwood, if you're joined us towards the end, Norwood played impressive on offense. They were shooting threes, lights out. They were 11 for 15 from three-point land. That's pretty darn good for a JV team. And they played excellent, tight defense. They played the full court, not full court, they just played tight defense on Williamsburg. Williamsburg came out. I felt like they didn't play with good team chemistry. As often they were not on the same page as their teammates, and that really killed them. They had no momentum. They scored 11 points, which I thought it was going to be a better game than it was. 11 points in the first quarter. After that, they scored 15 in the following 3 quarters. So definitely bad offense played by Williamsburg. Williamsburg needs to come out next time and definitely play with more team chemistry. But that concludes our game. Final score: Norwood 72, Williamsburg 26.
Underwriting services for this program were provided by Papa John's at 4803 Montgomery Road. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza.